Alright, so let's talk about this guy right here who is known as Shirasu. Now, I have been asked a lot about this character, and unfortunately I have been unable to make a video on it. I actually should have made this video about 3 weeks ago. I do apologize to y'all for that. It just fell through the cracks. There was way too many things going on in December for me, but I do want to cover what we know about Shirasu and kind of clarify any kind of misconception that people may have about this character, because I know a lot of YouTubers were using this guy in their thumbnail saying, oh, he's the villain of the Toyotaro manga Galactic Patrol Prisoner arc, and that is not the case. However, if you saw that, I can understand why people would be confused, because as you can see right there on the screen, he has a Galactic Patrol symbol. But no, this is going to be the villain of the Dragon Ball Heroes Switch game coming out very soon. Now, I want to clarify some things. I have been told that there is a very good chance that this game will be localized outside of Japan. So those of you who want to play a new Dragon Ball game on the Switch, we may get this game. There's a very good chance we will get it. No announcement's been made yet, but we might get it. And that's good, because that means that Bandai of Japan is starting to soften their stance on Dragon Ball Heroes, which means we're going to get more Dragon Ball Heroes content here in the West outside of Japan. And that's who this character is. Again, this character is in no way related to the Galactic Patrol Prisoner arc, to Moro, or any of those characters, Miras, but there is a connection, and the connection is that this character was designed by Toyotaro. And we're going to get into some interview information here that was given to us from VJump, translated by Cypher, so I want to go ahead and get to that right now. Here is the VJump spread. He will be the villain of the video game. There's a lot of little information tidbits here about this character, and I look forward to playing the game. You know, again, Heroes was made for games, for it being a video game, not being an anime, but I look forward to seeing what they do. Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission on the Switch. And yes, there are more SAIYAMEN. We'll talk about that here in a minute. I think there's a translation for that. Let's go ahead and get to it right now. This is from Cypher. He writes, standing in the way of our heroes is justice. This fearsome enforcer of justice goes by Shirasu, who's this guy right here. So the way that I'm perceiving it is that he is a corrupted Galactic Patrolman. Says here, he writes that Shirasu is a type of sardine, aligning this character's name with the other packaged fish goods based on Galactic Patrol, like, you know, Shirasu elongates the first vowel, so it's Shirasu. Jocko's the same way. The secret of this original character who holds the key to story mode. So it says here, we'll unveil the particulars of this original character who's been entirely shrouded in mystery until now. Possessing both a unique appearance and fighting style, he seems he was a member of the Galactic Patrol. The insignia on the right side of his chest seems to be the same as seen on Jocko, the mark of the Galactic Patrol. We talked about that right here. That is indeed the symbol for the Patrolman. Shirasu appears without warning in the Time Nest. His true strength appears to utterly overwhelm Trunks. And of course, we're talking about Time Patrol Trunks. Remember, if you've played Xenoverse, you know that Xenoverse branches off of Dragon Ball Heroes, which branches off of Dragon Ball Online. So you're going to see characters like the Supreme Kai of Time. You're going to see the Time Nest, the Time Egg, all these things that were in Xenoverse, that were in Heroes. You're going to see that here. Again, it's all branching out, and it's all just a big mess. In fact, it even says right here, a deep connection to the Kaioshin of Time. Judging the Kaioshin of Time's expression as she looks up at Shiras, it appears something slightly out of the ordinary exists between them. I will carry out my own justice, he says. Moving on, it says here there are comments from Shirasu designer Dragon Ball Super's Toyotaro Sensei. So this character, like I said, not designed by Toriyama, but he was designed by Toyotaro. And it's interesting because Toyotaro is getting more and more power, it seems, when it comes to Dragon Ball. Not only is he the author of the manga, but he also helped design some of the other universe gods, if you remember from the Tournament of Power. It wasn't just Toriyama. So Toriyama is giving him a lot of control. And this character, I gotta be real with y'all, he looks freaking awesome. I'm very impressed. He's got like the whole Predator gimmick going with the wacky hair. Like, that's what it reminds me of. So Toyotaro says here, at any rate, I tried to pay attention to not only making him appear strong, but also being a good-looking guy. I was particularly fussy about the area around his waist. I wanted him to feel like someone who's truly an expert in the martial arts. Incidentally, I went through several drafts while designing him, and I'm using the rejected drafts as extras in my manga. So that's pretty cool right there. I like the fact that he said that. And actually, there's more here. He says, the public unveiling of the character design by Toyotaro Sensei. Shirasu's specialty is bow fighting. Now, bow is obviously the stick right here. If you're a fan of martial arts or Ninja Turtles or whatever, you know the bow staff can be pretty damn effective, and that's how he fights, is with that bow, which is kind of reminds me of Few in a way. So moving on, it says here, a master of the martial arts, he has acquired a great number of transcendent acrobatic techniques. So he's gonna be pretty cool, is what they're basically saying right here. But he's saying that he can't really make out some of the kanji there. So yes, to clarify, this character is not going to be in the manga. Then again, I'm not gonna say not for sure, because Toyotaro did design him, and for all we know, there may be a stronger connection to Time Patrol, and maybe he is gonna be in the Moto arc. Maybe he will be in there, but not likely. When it comes to Dragon Ball Heroes, when you have a character designed exclusively for Heroes or for Xenoverse or whatever, and not in the not outside the video games, they stay in the video game world. They usually don't come out. So don't expect to see Mira, Toa, and Demigra in Dragon Ball Super. Of course, they can do anything. I also said once, don't expect to see Broly or Evil Goku, and I was wrong about that. So anything can happen with Dragon Ball, but usually when it comes to Heroes characters, they remain in that universe. So I am expecting him to not only be the villain of the World Mission game, but also pop up in the Heroes promo anime, or maybe even the actual Heroes arcade game in Japan at some point. So I just clarified all that for y'all. Shirasu is his name. Now we know, let's put it to bed. And let me know if you want to play this game. I do, because it's Dragon Ball. It's a video game. Dragon Ball games are fun for the most part. I look forward to seeing what they do with Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission and this character. So thanks so much for watching. Love you guys. And yeah, I'll keep you posted as far as anything else I find out about this guy or the game. But a lot of talk about it being localized outside of Japan finally. So that's a big, big breakthrough for Dragon Ball if Heroes leaves Japan. Big breakthrough. I can't wait. Talk to y'all soon.